Bo. Ha ha
Yeah.
ha.
What up? What up?
What's up, man?
We're here, just the two of us. My wife is going to possibly murder me, but that's the risk I'm willing to take right now.
Damn, dog. Chill out. So what's up? What's new, man?
Not much. We haven't been live since Super Bowl, have we?
Yeah,
Taken a couple. Well, I haven't been. You have been.
I
Taken a
did a little. It was a. It ain't go as planned. I gotta redo that, but
just taken a couple of weeks off to kind of regroup and get back with it. But
still gotta jump through that table.
you do. It's been waiting for you. I think Brandy's ready to throw it away. But anyway, lots to get to. Lots to get to. Been slacking lately. So
Damn. Yeah.
as we head into the off season, we have the draft coming up. We've got free agency coming up. It is one of my favorite times of the year. For
Oh yeah, it's fun.
other
It gets
than
fun.
like the start of the year or the start of the NFL season. That's also one of my favorite times. But one of my favorite times is after the Super Bowl. You get to take a few weeks off, and then you start doing mock drafts and get ready for the draft, get ready for free agency, reading up on players that you want your team to sign. Sneaky guys in the draft you can get for at a good a steal in the draft, kind of like things like that. So it's been one of my favorite times of the year. So moving on, what are you? What are your thoughts on the head coaching hirings, firings? What was most shocking to you?
Mm. I was. I'm more excited to see what the Raiders do. I like what the Raiders. I think that was a good Clint Kubiak. He showed what he could do. Doing that playoff run. I was shocked how the Titans put together that staff like that. Like that was a shocking good.
Well, I mean,
That,
realistically, the Titans kind of did what I wanted Minnesota to do. I wanted them to get rid of or Kevin O'Connell, hire Brian Flores as the head coach, and bring in Brian Dable. So, they got the great defensive mind, and I think he's finally got what if Brian Dable can develop Cam Ward the way he did with Josh Allen, I think the Titans are my sneaky team to possibly be the Patriots of this year.
yeah,
Make
what the
the playoffs,
yeah.
win that division. They could be. And my guess is they've got quite a bit of cap space for this offseason. They're going to have a high draft pick to build that roster up even more.
And it shows with these, the last couple of years. You had Washington, then you got the Bears and Patriots and all that. You put together that right staff, you can go. It could be a good turnaround.
Yep.
So yeah, that
And
was a shocking good. That was my
it's
Tennessee.
a very good. They have they're looking up. Um, a couple. Hold on, just a minute here. My kid left the PlayStation on. That's all I can hear.
Appreciate you for the sub. My dog going crazy.
Okay.
Stop, man.
We appreciate you liking and subscribing. D'Lo said we get to 1,000 subscribers and he's gonna jump into a fridge off of the trampoline. So share this with your friends, family, just anyone random on the street. Help us keep growing.
That'll be the last video.
Yeah, we still got to get you jumping through the table. We've been kind of,
Man, I can't. That'll break. Man, you
we
see
hit
me?
that we hit that polar vortex where it was like -30 here in Iowa, and we just kind of thought,
Weird.
you didn't want to go full Bills Mafia style into the table, but anyway.
So what about you, man? What's yours?
Well, I'm kind of with you on the Titans. Another one, Giants, they're going to be sneaky, I think, but I don't know how I feel about the Giants.
The Matt Nagy.
I like the John Harbaugh, but he's mid-60s now. Just, he's going to be rebuilding that whole team, trying to, I don't know, maybe he's just the missing piece. Maybe he's the missing piece. But really, I think the Falcons' job with Kevin Stefanski is going to be sneaky. You left me. You really enjoyed that comment.
You said the Falcons?
I think that's going to be sneaky, bringing in Kevin Stefanski, and you have Matt Ryan as like the president or whatever he is. And Kevin Stefanski's pretty much like, we're not committing to Michael Penix.
And they took our assistant general manager. And they don't want to give us that 3rd round pick for it.
Okay.
Even though it was a, promotion.
Well, I mean, you guys, the Falcons don't have to give you.
No, not right. That's I'm saying from that rule, you know what I'm saying?
So, I don't know how that works with like. I know it works with like coordinators, like defensive and offensive coordinators. You get
It's supposed to work, yeah. We got one with Ryan Poles. That it don't matter. It's coaches and personnel, GMs. It was a promotion. He was assistant general manager, and now he's the general manager. And even Matt Ryan came out and said that the general manager will be making most of the the moves, the decisions.
But it wouldn't be a comp pick this year; it'd be next year.
They saying we're not getting nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, realistically, we should get one. My wife's yelling at my kid. You can probably hear it. We should get one for that assistant, like defensive backs coach. He got the defensive coordinator job for one of these teams. So, I mean, we should get one for that. But no, I just think the Falcons' job is sneaky. But I'm kind of with you. I really like the Titans, what they did as far as offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, head coach, all that. I think they're going to be the team. The other team that I'm kind of just still laughing at is the poor Browns. The poor Browns. It almost makes you wonder if they hired, I believe it's Todd Monken, if they hired him kind of like what the Texans did years ago with David Culley, I believe, after Lovey, 1 year to literally be horrible, get that number 1 pick or a high draft pick. I just don't see the Browns doing anything.
Yeah, well, the Browns are still the Browns, man. I got a buddy I met off TikTok, huge Brown supporter.
Oh yeah, we we were live
Yeah.
with him. Yeah, we were live with him last year. But I mean, I can't imagine if I was a fan of like the Browns, the Jets, just a team that's so dysfunctional. I can't imagine. Like, I don't even know. I don't know how I would get through life.
Yeah, that's
It would be
that's
horrible. I mean, I guess technically you made it through finally.
yeah, it was tough, bro.
You
The
know,
Bears, the Cubs, 100 plus years. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's only you can only lose so much. You know what I'm saying?
and the
Eventually, it's gonna happen.
poor Bulls haven't been relevant since the '90s, kind of like Owens Cowboys.
Mm,
But I just the, the Jets are just one of those teams, or the Browns. Those are the two teams that you just
Yeah,
don't want to be
man.
a so. But I don't know. When I play Madden, I usually go with the Jets or I go with the Browns if I'm going to be like a general manager. I try and build them up, and even that's a challenge at times. But yeah, so I did my first mock draft, and I believe I shared it with you.
So did you picked all the
I picked all 32 teams. And this is just my first one. I'm planning on doing several more because players are going to be going up, be
mock
going
draft
down.
one
Um,
point 1.0?
yep, and like Jeremiah Love, he's either gonna, I think he's gonna possibly fall down. The defensive lineman that I had the Vikings trade up for in my mock draft is actually falling in other mock drafts, and there's other guys moving up, moving down. But I had I made two trades. Dallas was involved in both of them. So Dallas has the okay. So the first trade was Minnesota and Dallas. Minnesota moves up to Dallas's spot at 12. Dallas receives Minnesota's 18th overall pick and two 2027 third round picks from Minnesota. And then Dallas moves down from the Packers pick. I believe it's the Packers pick. Cleveland moves up to number 20. Dallas moves down to number 124, picks up a
Yeah,
fourth
you did
and
a
fifth
lot of
round.
willing and dealing.
Oh, I was well. This was technically me doing Owen's job as far as what Dallas should be doing. I was doing a mock draft, getting, and then, with those picks, Dallas added, um, I'm not even going to say his name, but Falk, defensive end from Auburn. I can't pronounce his first name. So they got a defensive end, and then they got Caleb Banks from Florida, an interior defensive lineman. So they're going to really get help on the defensive side. And then I had your Bears taking Caden McDonald, a defensive lineman from Ohio State University. Another guy to help clog up that defense. Your defense wasn't very good last year. I think that's the one weakness Chicago had was their defense.
Yeah, we definitely got to fix up that line.
And I've been listening to a couple of podcasts on mock drafts. Next year's draft is going to be extremely fun as far as the depth of quarterbacks. You're going to be able to pick, like if you have the 13th or 14th pick, you're still going to be able to get, it's going to kind of be like the 2024 quarterback draft where you can have 5 or 6 guys, maybe even 7 that are first round grades. But we can go through my mock if you want to, or just ask me where I have certain players. Obviously, there's only one quarterback going in the first round, and that is the Hoosiers, Fernando Mendoza,
What do
going to the Raiders. I
what do you
think
have Jeremiah Love going?
Jeremiah Love, I have him going number 8 to the Saints. I think you give Kellen Moore, Jeremy, because Alvin Kamara getting older. I believe it's Kendre Miller was the other guy, their other running back. But they they don't have the playmaker on offense that Jeremiah Love, I think, can bring to their offense. So I think they're going to rock and roll with that quarterback, that Tyler Shuck or whatever his name was.
As they should.
Well, they should give him one more year.
Yeah, he deserved it.
And then, which I mean, he actually played well last year. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not saying he sucked. He did play well. But you've got Chris Olave, and then I think you add Jeremiah Love. And I'm also doing that because I'm keeping Jeremiah Love away from the Chiefs at number 9. So
yeah.
And there's really
what you say?
Well, so in this first round mock, there's only one quarterback and then one running back that goes in the first round. So I mean, it's not a very deep draft as far as the running backs and quarterbacks go. But I mean, if you're going to go for an edge rusher, something like that, then we're talking. Where is my phone? Oh, I'm looking at my phone. I tell my wife to tell them to keep it down.
So I had the Bears taking TJ Parker.
TJ Parker. I have him going 27 to the Niners because you don't know when Bosa's going to come back. If he comes back healthy, I think opposite of Bosa, I think he would be very good. I don't really. Oh, okay.
Dogs, they going crazy.
Okay. Let's see here. I have Carnell Tate. Carnell Tate, the wide receiver from Ohio State. I have him going number 4 to the Titans, giving Cam Ward, Brian, because they're kind of hurting on the receiving end. He is the top, in my mind, the top wide receiver. He's the first one off the board, number 4 to the Titans. Let's see.
He fell to the Chiefs on mine.
He fell to the Chiefs on yours. Oh, I mean, it could happen. Let's see here. I have the Vikings trading up to number 12 to draft Clemson's defensive tackle Peter Woods. He's a guy that has been falling in other drafts, but that is a lot to do with Clemson's new defensive coordinator this year. So if you look at all of Clemson's defenders, their stats from last year to this year are down because of the new defensive coordinator and the style that he wants to run. Let's see. I have I do have a run of wide receivers, 13 and 4, or not number 13. I have the Rams taking Jordan Tyson from Arizona State. And I have Malachi Lemon going number 14 to the Ravens. And then at number 20, I have the Browns drafting Denzel Boston out of Washington.
Oh, what pick was that? 24?
20. Because the Browns traded up with Dallas in my mock from 24 to 20.
It's crazy because my mock, he was the Browns, I ain't do no trades, but the Browns kept, was 24th and they took Denzel Boston.
Okay. And then I didn't even realize that I did this. But I have at number 19, I've got Avion Terrell, cornerback out of Clemson, going to the Panthers. That would be kind of a little spicy divisional matchup with his brother, AJ Terrell, who's also a cornerback for the Falcons. So I didn't even realize that I did that. Let's see. Any other big names? The Bills, I have them taking Kevin Concepcion, wide receiver out of Texas A&M.
The Bills?
The Bills taking a wide receiver at number 26.
Same.
You have them taking the same receiver?
I only did the Bears, so that was like simulated. I only picked for the Bears.
Oh, okay. So I picked for every team. So I mean, you need to get on my level, D'Lo.
Yeah, no, my next one was gonna be like with trades because I ain't do trades or nothing. So my next one, I'm gonna do trades and just do.
Okay.
Uh,
Let me see here. I don't really. A lot of defensive players, cornerbacks, safeties, defensive linemen. I don't have much for. Well, there's
what
not
about
really
Caleb
much.
Downs?
I believe I have him going to the Chiefs at 9. Yes, he goes to the Chiefs at 9. And then I've got to run. I got a couple cornerbacks. I got Mansour Delane going to the Bengals. I think they definitely need some defensive help. I have Arvell Reese going to the Giants at 5. I think the Giants, the Giants sneaky, have a sneaky good roster if you think about it. They have a decent offensive line.
Yeah, they got like
They
the
got
pass rushers that
they got playmakers on defense. So
it's like the old team.
I wasn't really sure what the the Giants could also be a team to, and they might be a team to trade down in my next mocks that I do, because you're going to have teams possibly trading up to get Jeremiah Love, trading up for this, that. Giants could be a team to actually trade down. They got a couple good tackles already. They got, the running back set, quarterback set, wide receivers set. So, I mean, well, who do they have outside of Malik Neighbors at wide receiver? They don't have anybody, do they?
Not really.
So I mean, they could
Somebody
be,
like stepped up when he was gone, and I think was a
yeah,
target for Ball,
but
but I can't think of his name.
I guess now thinking about it, they could be a team to get a wide receiver.
Yeah, because
But
Neighbors probably
but
won't be ready the
realistically,
beginning of the year.
if Carnell Tate goes at 4, realistically, I believe they could trade down, because I don't have my next really wide receiver going until 13. So I mean, they could trade down with a team who say wants Jeremiah Love, and get some picks and get some moving
Yeah,
forward.
just keep Love away from out of Kansas City, man.
I think
I'm
there's going
with
to
you
be
on
some.
that.
I think there's going to be some teams that you know get Love before Kansas City does, or maybe Kansas City goes out in free agency and signs Brees Hall. Then they don't need Jeremiah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or Ethan. Where you think Tyreek Hill gonna go?
Hopefully not Minnesota. I know several years ago I said he was my guy. I wanted to bring him in, put him in the slot.
Yeah, that was one of them crazy teams. That was one of the first calls to Goodell, Roger had to make.
But I wouldn't be upset if he came to Minnesota, because he's one of those that you have to think about stretching the field. He is 32. I think he maybe has a year or two left in him of high production play. But that knee injury, he suffered a bad knee injury, and he relies on his speed. If he doesn't have that speed anymore, he's not really, you know, worth it in my mind. But he can come back to old Tyreek Hill. I'd like to have him in Minnesota, but I don't know. I can see a reunion in Kansas City, like kind of like a farewell tour, and maybe take like a 1 year vet minimum deal just to come back. I could see it really. I could, just to kind of go out on top with another Super Bowl. But I mean, my guess is there's going to be some wide receiver needy team out there that's going to float him a 3 year, $60 million contract or something like that. You get a team like the Giants that put him opposite Malik Neighbors. Even the Titans, I could see it. To someone, but realistically, I think he's going to end up back in Kansas City. That's just kind of what I think. he would kind of realistically fit into that wide receiver room with Wishy Rice. But yeah, so moving forward, it's going to be got some interesting ideas to start. Um, we're going to do our cut trade sign segment tomorrow. I think we're going to call it Sauced Up Sunday. Sauced Up Sunday. We're going to
Sauced up or sauce? What'd you say?
sauced, like we've been in the sauce a little bit. We're going to kind of bring you some trade ideas that are never going to happen, some signings that are never going to happen. The cuts could happen. I mean, I think we all can kind of I've been working on my part. I doubt Owen's worked on his. You probably haven't worked on yours because you've been sick.
What about the cut, sign, and trade?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got something in mind.
Wow. So they're saying Rondell Moore found dead today in New Albany, Indiana, of what is believed to be a self-inflicted gunshot. 25 years old.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I always liked getting him in Madden.
R.I.P. Man, tragic.
I always liked getting him in Madden because his speed was like a 99 overall. And he's like 5'6". You put him in the slot and he's unstoppable.
Yeah. Condolence to his family.
Put that in the couple of sodas. Media.
So, have you heard about the that possible rule change they've been talking about?
About trading the multiple draft picks.
No, about the
What?
onside kick, replacing the onside kick with a 4th and 13 play.
They've been talking about that for several years, and I don't think it'll ever change. I don't think it's gonna. There is a team out there that is trying to challenge or change the NFL rule on trading over 3 first-round draft picks. They want to change it to 5. I personally, from what I've listened to, think it's Minnesota. I think they're trying to get it because I think they're trying to go big game hunting this offseason. So that's kind of what I've gathered from Darren Doogie Wolfson. He's a 5 Eyewitness News reporter. He's let's just say connected to some guys in the front office of the Vikings. I believe that they're trying to go Joe Burrow hunting this offseason. That's just.
Give me 1 second.
Trying to call Roger.
Yo, Roger, what's up? Yeah. Yep. He onto it again. He on it. The same stuff. This one is crazy. The last trade we had to shut down was wild, but this one is. You got to do something about this, Roger. All right.
I thought I had.
You're done.
I could have swore I made a Roger one.
Oh, I ain't. You sent it to me though. I ain't never pick one or something.
Oh, okay. As I say, I was looking for the
I remember
Roger.
you something and asked which one.
That's right. I said you never picked.
The one that sound like Batman.
That's it. I'm calling Roger.
Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow
Boy
we got.
can't hold Josh Allen's jock.
Tomorrow we get started on that.
Yeah, but this is kind of I kind of enjoy this time of the year. I don't get all worked up. You don't get the bear flu. I don't got to deal with Owen's nonsense of saying Sam Darnold's better than Josh Allen and this and that. And
That was good. We got to come up with something else like that, bro. Because
Oh,
that
we could
was.
come every day. I could come up with something that would irritate him, and he would say, "I could, I can come up with something that'll get him going every day, and I can do it. I mean, that's not an issue.
That was good, bro. That
I
even
can,
on TikTok, like people saying that Sam Darnold is not top 10, gaining a whole lot of traction.
I don't think he is. I don't think he is. You know, you look at what the Seahawks did, pretty much other you take out the Rams game, you take out the NFC Championship game, and what did Sam Darnold have to do in the playoffs, including the Super Bowl? Really nothing. He had to just manage the game. He had to complete passes here and there, not turn the ball over, and he did that. They weren't asking, you look at what kind of like the Patriots in the Super Bowl and Drake May. They were asking him to do way too much, and look what happened. He was a turnover machine. He got sacked a lot, and that's what Sam Darnold is if you ask him to do too much. And that's what I was trying to get through Owen's head with the Josh Allen to Sam Darnold. Yeah, Josh Allen does turn the ball over, but it's because the Bills are asking him to do everything, but he can do it. He's going to give you one or two games where he's going to throw some fumble the ball, throw some interceptions. Sam Darnold would literally go full blue screen of death, just
Ghost.
yeah. You look at what happened in the with Minnesota with the Lions for the division in the first round against the Rams. They were asking him to throw the ball 40 times a game, do everything, and he went blue screen of death. As they say off Tropic Thunder, he went full retard.
Mm,
I
bro.
said, I said retard. Ruh. I didn't say the word, so we're not getting canceled. I said ruh. So there's a whole conversation on that still that I don't think I'm ever going to get through Owen's head. Oh! Did you play that or not?
Oh
But
man.
he says a lot of things that don't make much sense. Kind of just makes me want to reach through the phone and just.
Yeah, we gotta.
Oh, here's going to be our other sponsor other than Temu. It's going to be Ag Venture Seeds. So they're going to be a sponsor eventually. We're going to get there. But Temu, you still got that Temu connection you're working on right now?
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on sending an email and stuff. Reaching out to their reps.
Because
I'm
we
working
do
on
use a lot of Temu products. You look at everything behind you, probably came from Temu.
Oh man.
Am I?
You ain't lying, bro.
Am I
love
wrong
Temu,
on?
man.
Am I wrong on that statement?
Oh no, bro.
But
Temu. I mess with it, man. A couple of big, you got to start somewhere. They can send us stuff. We show it off on the.
yeah, I'm still here. Where else would I be?
Oh, I told her.
Oh, you told her about what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a mistake. I still don't know.
Yeah.
The weird thing is so like when I'm on the road and I do like hotel. Holy cow! Holy cow! I've done it before with hotel rooms, and that's like $200 or $300 that I'll book for the wrong day because like you select a day, and then if you like exit the screen and you look at something and you go back in the screen, it'll change the dates, and then you think that it's still. That's what I did with this. I selected monthly and then ran and got my wallet. The screen blacked out. I hit the mouse and entered, it literally did that. So like I hit monthly, went to get my wallet, screen blacked out, hit the
Went
mouse,
back. That's how they get you, bro.
went back in and entered my card information, hit go, and then I look and it says yearly, and I'm like, no, it didn't. So hopefully they give me the money back, or I'm just gonna call out.
They're gonna give us the money back or else.
Well, we can go to. I'll get the money back from my bank, and then if we have to go to a different streaming service, we'll do that. There's more streaming services out there we can use. I think that one I showed you was even cheaper than StreamYard. So
Yeah,
I can justify a couple $100 for a hotel room, but
that's a lot, bro.
this much
We
money,
gonna get it figured out, bro.
this much money when I'm not on the road making the big bucks. It's kind of hard to tell my wife about. I'll send you my Venmo dealer so you can Venmo me $413 for half.
What you say?
I'll send you my Venmo so you can send me $413 for half of it.
Yeah, I got you, man.
I do like though that this camera, we're all crystal clear now because we're not in 720.
Yeah, I don't even think my webcam. I gotta upgrade my webcam.
Mine's I got that 4K camera that I'm using, so I'm not using the one off the computer.
Yeah, you crispy, B.
I'm crispy. You can probably see the zits on my face. But holy cow, my wife's sister's still here and my kids, and they're all yelling out there. Good Lord.
All right, man. Until tomorrow, man.
But-
Anything else?
No, so we covered. I mean, we got some decent content. I'm gonna have to go tell my wife when she checks the account not to freak out. I made a mistake. We'll get the money back. So if I am not here tomorrow, it's because she killed me.
Yeah, I'll come check on you, bro. We supposed to be. What's the weather like? Well,
It's gonna be cold. So I don't know. I'm thinking about making chili again tomorrow. So you might have to come over for a bowl. I made chili last weekend, and she said it wasn't my best because I added some new stuff in it. But
fuck, I'll be over. We doing it in the live in the stew tomorrow.
hey, the lady's watching, so this is for her.
Packer fans look like they smell like aftershave and taco meat.
Don't try to get me in the same boat as you.
I'm still very proud of that. I made that. It came off the movie Blades of Glory. Remember that with Will?
Oh yeah.
Will Ferrell and was it John? What? I can't remember his name. I got that off there, but I made that. It's mine. I claim it. Who she commented? Can't stand you. Yes, dear. Fly the dealer. We going to the park?
All right, man. It was nice knowing you.
Brandy said we can go to the bar. You want to go?
Huh?
Brandy said we can go to the bar. You want to go? What Dustin's
To
doing?
the bar.
Jolly
Yeah.
Ranchers. I'm gonna text Dustin. I texted Dustin. We'll see if he responds to me. I'm gonna say bar question mark. If he says okay, I'll be like, all right, let's go. Jolly Ranchers. I'm gonna have to. Oh, I don't want to tell her about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be
See, that's
live.
something we got to talk about off, but